Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless Gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Diane gives Kyle heartfelt gifts while Sharon holds her ground with Phyllis. On today's episode of The Young and the Restless, gifts are exchanged at the Abbott manse. Sharon and her family discover the holiday spirit, and Phyllis gives Daniel some confusing news. Jack appears thoughtful as he looks at the Christmas tree at the Abbott residence. Before wishing his father a Merry Christmas Eve, Kyle pauses as he descends the stairs. They both concur that nothing compares to the tree in all its splendor. Kyle points out that Harrison came down earlier, thus they were unable to complete their talk. Jack expresses his love for the boys' presents. Kyle claims to be asleep right now. He proposes that they wrap up their conversation. There is nothing more Jack would adore. They discuss Jack's Christmas memories while they sit. My mother was still living here when I was Harrison's age. It was quite a fantastic period. After she left, he detested the recollections because they were false, but he now thinks they were good times. Kyle queries his apologies. Jack laments that he did not take full use of his mother's remaining time. He discovered that the time to express what's on your mind is right now, in the present, after his father left too soon. Tracy and Ashley in society make fun of everyone who waits until the last minute to go shopping. Ashley is pleased that Tracy has a special someone to buy for this year. Tracy cautions Ashley to try to keep on the pleasant list when Diane shows up. They converse politely. Diane would like to put the past behind her and start over, even though she is aware that they are most likely still upset with her. Diane expresses regret for the things they heard and witnessed during the ruse. Both her and Jack were incredibly convincing, according to Tracy. Diane apologizes for the suffering they endured. Is it possible for us to start over? Tracy believes that asking for fresh is excessive. It may be able to move past it. Is Ashley going to follow her sister's example? Diane asks. Ashley admits to Diane that she has harmed Kyle and Jack more times than she can remember. Over the holidays, she will maintain a cordial relationship. That's sufficient for now, according to Diane. The topic of her harming Kyle comes up. She is determined to stay with him. She offers to purchase a festive beverage for the sisters. Why not, shrugs Ashley. Phyllis tells Sharon at her house that she is completely shameless. According to Sharon, she didn't murder Heather. If she is unable of managing it, then so be it. She confessed, Phyllis reminds her. What the devil is wrong with you? What have you done to my family? Phyllis claims that Heather is once again attempting to evade justice, and that this is an insult to her memory. No one wants to waste Christmas Eve bickering, according to Nick. According to Phyllis, her son doesn't. He would like to spend it with his beloved, but she has passed away. That's enough, shouts Sharon. She claims that she disturbed her family when she stormed into her house. Getting in her face won't stop the truth from coming out. Except for Phyllis, who enjoys this, everyone will accept it. Although she will acknowledge that she handed her ammunition, she is currently telling her, it wasn't me. Phyllis, go home. I can no longer stand you. This is the season of hope, Jack says Kyle in the Abbott living room. According to Kyle, hope stems from understanding how wonderful things can be and that things happen in cycles. Sharing his deep moments with him makes Jack very happy. It's the ideal present. Kyle wouldn't have bothered to get him anything if he had known that. They laugh. They comment on how quickly time passes. Jack likes Christmas because of this. Everything becomes slower. Kyle, the fact that your grandmother and I were closest during the Christmas season is no coincidence. Miracles do occur. Kyle recognizes the similarities between himself and his mother and Dina. Jack apologizes for that. Even though he has made mistakes, he consistently appears to get away with it. He didn't realize his mother was human for much too long. Make the most of your time with your mom. Avoid making the same error that I did. Diane asks Tracy if they'll be spending Christmas with Ellen at society. Tracy claims that despite being snowed in at a speaking engagement, he is making every effort to return. Diane comments on Tracy's relationship with Ashley's close friend. Ashley is quite happy. Ashley isn't ashamed when Diane unintentionally brings up her stay in the facility. They raise a glass to conquering obstacles. Phyllis assures Sharon at her house that she will never believe her fabricated defense. She was correct when she recognized herself. She will expose herself as a violent maniac to everyone in the community. It wasn't her mother, Faith yells. That unit was occupied by someone else. That's your new line, that it was someone else? Phyllis mocks Sharon. Really? Have you seen their face? Have you been given their name? You didn't, of course, as they don't exist. My granddaughter is devastated, and my son has suffered, she sobs. A stunning woman was discarded as if she were trash. That's what you did. She exits after wishing herself luck in her attempt to influence the legal system. Faith bemoans Phyllis's inability to let it go. I should have said less. Sharon was the first to engage. Nick claims that Daniel and Lucy are in mourning. Since Phyllis is unable to alleviate their suffering, she merely wishes to share it. Sharon expresses her affection for her daughters. She will feel better if they can manage a few Christmas grins. They all exclaim, ho, ho, ho. When Phyllis gets to Daniel's house, she inquires as to Summer and Lucy's whereabouts. Summer, Harrison's Santa backup, bailed, according to Daniel, and Lucy crashed. She's a little late, he observes. Phyllis regrets not spending Christmas Eve with the family since she was at Sharon's. She gets reprimanded by Daniel for making the earlier Christmas tree moment dark. She claims that she is emotional. To keep his hands clean, she gets hers dirty. We do that, I'm a mother. She informs him that Sharon has withdrawn her account. According to her, Heather was slain by a third party while she was unconscious. My goodness, is this unbelievable? Do you still want me to overlook it? Daniel is in disbelief. Sharon snatched Heather's phone, confessed, and used the bloody rags to frame him. She dumped Heather's body after breaking in twice. She didn't kill her after confessing to all of that? Is she even capable of this? Of course, answers Phyllis. Her name is Sharon. People feel sorry for her because she creates a scene and cries. She'll most likely claim that I did it to exact revenge on her. That isn't helping, Daniel informs his mother. Phyllis claims that Michael is using it as a smokescreen and a strategy to gain time. Diane arrives at the Abbott estate with Jack and Kyle. Kyle informs her that Harrison was put to bed by Summer. She tells Jack that she had drinks with his sisters, shocking him. The cherry on top will be seeing Harrison's face in the morning. She informs Kyle that her workspace is tidy and prepared for his additions. He expresses gratitude to her. He receives a gift bag from Diane. Tonight, she really wants him to open the presents. Diane's first gift is opened by Kyle at the Abbott estate. It's his office nameplate. Kyle gives her credit. She claims that he is back where he belongs, working alongside his father at John Abbott's business. As if I wasn't emotional enough tonight, Jack murmurs. Letters written by Diane are the second gift. Are these entries from your diary? Yes, Diane sobs. They date back to when she lived in Los Angeles. It consists of the Christmas cards from every year they were apart. He reads passages out loud while she dabs at her tears. Diane claims that while they were away, she had a lot she wanted to tell him. She wanted to apologize so much. She believed it was right to keep her distance and leave him alone. She was too damaged. Perhaps Kyle will discover from reading the letters that she longed to be someone deserving of him. Every day her heart yearned for him. They will be read by Kyle, but not now. He admits to Diane that he didn't get her anything special. Diane tells him that she used to tell him, I just want a hug for Christmas. They give each other hugs. They advise Kyle not to keep Claire waiting when he declares he has plans with her. After giving Diane another embrace, Kyle walks away. Diane is assured by Jack that she was flawless. She was understanding, polite, and compassionate. And that nameplate was perfect, she said. He was completely unaware of the journal entries she had written. Diane was unsure whether or not to disclose them. According to Jack, it was affectionate and giving. It's why he loves her. Diane also has a gift for him. Which would you prefer, now or tomorrow morning? Now Jack wants it. He can't wait for her to open hers at dawn. They share a kiss. He and Phyllis review Sharon's assertions at Daniel's house. Phyllis claims she is unwilling to accept accountability. He regrets that they believed this to be nearly finished. Phyllis is concerned that she will never be able to forgive Nick or Michael. They couldn't have told her everything, according to Daniel. Something else must exist. He is cautioned by Phyllis not to do that. Phyllis shouts. If he begins to believe this other made-up tale, Sharon is a killer. Could there be anything else? Sharon's will pay in one way or another. They all sing Deck the Halls at Sharon's house. She expresses gratitude to her loved ones for the magical moment. There will be many more moments, Nick tells them. It will grow better and easier every day. They raise a glass to that. The girls dash outside when Faith discovers it's snowing. Merry Christmas, Nicholas, Sharon says to Nick. Happy Christmas, Sharon, he says. They give each other hugs. Faith, Sharon, Mariah, YNR. Jack opens Diane's gift at the Abbott mansion. My every heartbeat is yours is written on the watch. She places it on his wrist after he gives her a kiss of gratitude. He adores it. Jack gives Diane her present and says Happy Christmas. She unveils a gorgeous necklace made of emerald and diamonds. Is this? According to Jack, his father gave his mother the teardrop of love years ago, and the stones come from that. He found it, she remembers. Jack puts it on Diane and says he believed the love it would offer him would come from and for his family after his mother passed away. He was clueless as to whether it would be romantic love. According to Diane, he was expected to show his family the stones. She is his family and his love, Jack tells her. They kiss and wish each other a Merry Christmas. According to teasers for The Young and the Restless, Phyllis Summers is still determined to hold Sharon Newman accountable. Stafford discussed Phyllis's quest for justice and the actual tragedy that shaped her on-screen persona in a recent interview with SOD. I kind of channel my friend in this, Stafford said, referring to a friend whose kid was killed by a hit-and-run driver. The hit-and-run driver and his companions put a lot of effort into concealing his crime, and he previously had a lot of DUIs and arrests. It's a very repulsive tale. Michelle Stafford admitted that many people have encountered circumstances in which they believe justice has not been served. Losing a loved one can undoubtedly cause deep emotions and a strong desire for repercussions. Of course, further details regarding Sharon's innocence are now becoming public, but Phyllis is now unaware of the whole picture. Given the situation, it's understandable why Phyllis would still be pursuing justice and why she has reservations. Michelle Stafford, however, noted that Phyllis might not be all that changed by the truth in the end. The YNR actress acknowledged that she doesn't think Sharon can repair the harm with words. There is still the issue of Sharon disposing of Heather Stevens' body and accusing Daniel Romalotti Jr. of erasing her from the map, even though Phyllis may come to believe that Sharon is not the cause of her death. Regarding Sharon's insanity at the time of the frame-up, Stafford predicted that Phyllis wouldn't care, given the history between Sharon and Phyllis. Stafford simply doesn't think Phyllis will allow her adversary to justify the framing aspect of this, because Phyllis is such a protective lioness toward her children. According to teasers for The Young and the Restless, there will be more disclosures about Sharon soon. Watch to see how Phyllis reacts when she learns about all the stunning information that will be revealed.